Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Plano. I want to begin the broadcast by saying that we had established a upcoming live stream that I had to delete and start over to ensure that all of our equipment was set up and are ready to go. And I hope everybody is able to join us for this live coverage of Byron Tiger Soccer. This is a first. We've never taken the show on the road, so to speak, and we're glad to have you along. Looking forward to being joined live by several that have contacted me and said, "Hey, Evan, we're going to be listening. We're going to be watching. So spread the word." And of course, if you're watching this game after the fact, we're glad to have you guys along for the ride as well. Our main characters, of course, today and always are the athletes and our students themselves. And I'll do our best. I'll do my best to set the stage. It's a little cold, by the way, and this reminds me of the old days of going on the road for high school and college football. Sometimes we'd be up in a little press box like I am right now, and it's cold and windy. And sometimes it gets in your head a little bit and makes it just a little bit harder to spit out the right words. But we shall do our best. As you can see, we are just about ready for kickoff. Starting lineup today in goal for the first time ever, Kenzie Lemke. Sweeper is Ari Irvin. Stopper today, Darlena Flores. Our midfields, our right defensive player, Ella Haynes and Claire Henkel to the left. Midfield, Delaney Hennert, Ava Salo, Addie Fuller, and Aubrey Fuller as they'll boot the ball. And the keeper comes out and corrals it. Kind of a little bit of an awkward view up here, so I'm going to try to do a little bit better job with following the action in just a moment. Bryn Green and Roshai. Aaliyah Roshai. All right, let's see if we can't do a little bit better job with our camera. Hey, I did my best getting out of Byron when I could and getting set up here in Plano. Hey, this may not be ESPN, but we're happy to be broadcasting live. Opening game for soccer. And it's just me, by the way, man in the camera. So I'll do my best to cover the action. Got a throw in on the far side. Okay, Byron came in with as a throw in. Ooh, nice into the box there and recovered by the keeper. Byron, of course, just starting their season, but last year 18-5-1 as the keeper boots it midfield. Hennert chips it up into the corner and carrying towards out of bounds. 8-1 in Big Northern Conference play. At home, 14-1-1, 4-3 away a year ago. So see Byron trying to get something going here. The wind will be a factor, by the way. The ball should be down on this side of the pitch quite a bit as it's kicked out of bounds. Another Byron throw-in. The goals for the Tigers a year ago, 87. Surrendered 25. Plano a year ago, 2-19. And on their home pitch, 0-9. All right, we're working things. All right, now that we've kind of set the stage, let's see if we can get a little bit more play-by-play in the action. Far side of the field. Yeah, and again, let's see if we can get you a little bit of a close-up of that far. You see the flag? The wind is blowing. It looks like Bryn Green down there working. She's got Roshai. As the ball is kicked away, still in control. Hennert, left side. There goes Fuller. Aubrey Fuller, the sophomore. And it's going to be a goal kick to Plano. This press box, I feel like it's about 10 feet across. See if I can kind of pan to the left. You can see that there's not much room there. As the goal kick, Karam's out of bounds. All right, I might abandon this tripod, honestly. But for the time being, there's the throw in. The purple jerseyed Reapers of Plano trying to kick the ball away from their own goal. There you go. Thought it was out of bounds. No call. There's the whistle, however. Henkel will do the honors. The throw in. There it is. She's got Fuller. Fuller still working, cooking down that left side, and then chipped out of bounds. Should be a goal kick. And by the way, that was Bryn Green, excuse me. Wow, now we can see that corner. All right, there it is. Nice looking goal kick. Byron controlling the action. Defender just punts it out. You can see Henkel, Darlena Flores there. Bryn Green had Fuller left. Instead, has it stolen away. Ava Salo was there. Stopper, sweeper in the back there. Ari Irvin knocks it away. The 12th player for Byron is the wind, blowing violently towards the north. All right, far side of the field, throw in a good one. Got it up in the wind. And Roshai took a little tumble there as she tried to beat the keeper to the ball. Could not. Kind of an awkward looking punt into the wind. It'll be a Byron throw. The keeper's got to get back. She hasn't. Roshai, let's see if she chips one over her head. Crosses it. There's Fuller. Might be the first shot of the game. No. Knocked away by the defense. Down the near sideline and out of bounds should be a throw in right down below us. Henkel. Official told her to move back just a bit. There she goes. Henkel ahead to Green. Green one-on-one. Chips it into the middle to Salo. Salo pops it to the left of Fuller as they play keep away. And I think they got somebody for offsides there. And it'll be Plano Reaper soccer ball. Hey, don't judge. I've never done it. I've never done a soccer game. I mean, I played the game. I watch it a ton. And I believe I'll probably find the flow a little bit later on. I'm doing my best, as are the girls here in game number 1 of this 2025 campaign. There goes Henkel again for 5. The throw in, knocked out of bounds there by a defender. Couple of subs coming in as Coach Stavdom. Some fresh legs into the game. Bryn Green is out. I believe that's Chloe Lee, a freshman. Henkel's throw. Lee gets a touch on it just into the game. Henkel chips it in. Ooh, mishandled by the keeper. Another kind of awkward looking punt out to midfield. And honestly, the ball has been in this north side of the pitch the entire time. Again, the wind blowing pretty violently. Hear the girls communicating. That's great. They talk to each other. Got a little something going here, do the Reapers of Plano. Throw in. Hey, give me a shout in the chat if you're listening in. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive-ish from the Byron area down here to Plano. Ooh, a nice center. Plano's got a little something going. Good defense there by 3 or 4 white jerseyed Tigers to knock it away. Plano still cooking. And booted towards the goal and out of bounds. Kenzie Lemke. Like Haynes will do the honors of the goal kick. Good boot by Haynes. Well, I'm doing my best with the numbers. I think that was Airy who did the honors, and then Haynes got a touch on it out there about midway through that Byron side of the field. All right, should be Hennert over there. Let's see if we can, maybe moms or dads watching, let's see if we can little scan of the old dugout there. All right, let's see if Byron can regain possession, if you will, as they had some things moving in this Plano side of the pitch. Oh, nice throw, but the official says, hold on. See Delaney on the far side of the pitch, standing at just about midfield. Official wanted to slow things down, moves her back a little bit more towards the center stripe. A long throw in for Hennert, caroming down that far sideline and out of bounds. Last touch, though, by the defense. Byron soccer ball. Hennert comes down. She'll continue to do the honors on that far side of the field. Throws it all the way to the box. Nobody home there for Byron. And mishandled by the keeper. It'll be a goal kick, and I believe Delaney will once again do the honors down there in that far corner. Very awkward setup, and I can only imagine you watching going, Burris, get the camera under control, my man. Feel like Scotty on the Enterprise. We're doing the best we can. All right, Hennert. Ooh, nice goal kick. Slicing a little bit towards the center, and then it knocked out of bounds, another goal kick to the Tigers. I predict the Tigers are going to score here. Maybe not exactly on the set piece, but here in the near future, they look ready to go. Hennert, great looking kick. Bodies for both teams converging, chipped, and just beyond that right side of the goal and out of bounds. We'll call that a shot on goal for the Tigers. Just to the right of the goal, it'll be a goal kick. Pretty decent goal kick that time out to midfield. Macy Grow-Herring chips it left. Ooh, a nice send. One defender to beat. Chloe Lee was there. There's Ava Salo. Salo centered. Grow-Herring. Hennert controls it as she'll boot it to the right side to Haynes. Haynes ahead. Knocked back to her, but they'll try that far side of the field. Andy Stabnum, the head coach, the skipper, if you will, of the Tigers, calling out some orders to his team. Trying to coax them to score, especially in this opening half when you have the wind in your advantage. Okay, so we're going to have to get a camera guy, right? And I tell you, there's a mom or a dad or a big brother or a sister listening, we'll take you. The pay's not great, but the view is. We have a budget of 0, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing this as a labor of love. We'd love to turn this into a student-run club. Meanwhile, Salo goes down. I think that's Peyton Baxter, number 7 there, that was working on it. Meanwhile, down the far side, ooh, they're going to send one towards the goal, but over everything, and it'll be another Ariana Irvin goal kick. I think Roshai is coming back in. Roshai of those neon boots down there on that far side of the pitch, waiting to come in at the mid-pitch stripe. So much drama in soccer, and I say that with love, but the officials there communicating with what I'm assuming is the captain or one of the captains of this Plano side. Not sure what the issue is. She might have to go see the trainer. Okay. All right, so she abandoned her shin guards is what happened. And not optional, I'm assuming, for the IHSA. Somebody can Google that if you'd like, but the official had a chat and said, put your shin guards back on, young lady. Anyway, you can see the very high line defensively for the Reapers. There's the goalkeeper. I have no idea how much time is left, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see a scoreboard down there. As there's the kick, booted in out of bounds. We're in the first half. How about that? Does that help? All right, Reaper ball, throw in. Ooh, nice defense there by the Tigers. Reapers had a little something cooking there. Don't judge me on my soccer isms. I know a few, but as I'm manning, I'm like a clown up here, doing my work. I got balancing act. Got too many things going on. No witty sayings. We'll see if I get a little bit more comfortable with the gear and bring you some good commentary. The Europeans are so good at that, when they're broadcasting the football. All right, Reaper's actually doing a great job of controlling the ball. They'll chip one. Darlena Flores knocks it away with the head ball. Dispossessed there, Hennert. Baxter trying to turn things around for the Tigers and knocked out of bounds. Baxter with the throw. Whistle, and they're going to signal for a sub. It's very true, by the way, in professional soccer. They get those throw-ins, those free kicks very quick. Here in high school soccer, there's subs. So every now and then we'll have to delay the action. All right, didn't like the throw-in. It'll be Reaper soccer ball. Look at Claire Henkel working down there. Plano doing a great job controlling the soccer ball despite the wind. I will say the wind has died down a little bit. Whereas at that beginning of the game, it was all Byron. All right, here we go. We got a little something brewing. Roshai centers, dispossessed, and then cleared out of bounds. The small space that I'm working in, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, not conducive. Not conducive to being able to get around very easily. And to be honest, right now I've got the camera on a tripod and I'm hanging it out the window so I can see the north side of the field. We're doing our best. All right, there's Baxter in your picture. We've got Roshai. We've got Bryn Green. See if they can steal one away from the goal kick here. Hennert knocks it into the middle of the field. There goes Fuller. Fuller working, centers it. Not much pace on it, as the English broadcasters would say, and trickles out of bounds, another goal kick. Into the wind. There goes Bryn, right side to Macy Groherring. First team IBCA All-State, by the way, for basketball. It's great we're getting this game in. I mean, there was snow on the ground 36 hours ago, right? Wake up on Sunday to a little bit of snow in the Byron area. All right, let's see if we can get something going, ladies. Easy for me to say from my viewpoint up here in this little makeshift press box tower. Right side, Fuller. Out of bounds to the Reapers. Hennert, ooh, a nice idea there on the send, interfered with as Henkel tries, but had it knocked back. Flores, just below us, out of bounds off of Darlena. Reaper soccer ball. All right, all right. I wasn't going to say anything, but the official is going to call a free kick. Foul committed by Delaney Hennert as the Reapers will size things up. She went for goal and into the wind, just saw it slice harmlessly out of bounds. And it'll be another goal kick. $14 people, 14 people watching. I absolutely love it. Hopefully there'll be a few more that want to watch later on. Maybe some of the players. We're proud of you guys, man. We wanted to be here to support your first game of the season on the road, about an hour and 15 minutes or so away from home base up in Byron. Okay, now that wind is starting to blow more mightily. You see the flag. Whew. It's a nice day. I mean, it's in the, I don't know about mid 50s, but it's in the 50s. Sunny, but that wind will make it a little bit brisk and, of course, wreaking havoc on the flight of the ball. All right, Henkel. Hennert, backwards pass and chipped forward by Flores. A little something going here for the Tigers. Right side, that's Aaliyah Roshai. Roshai dribbling. Inside, think that was Salo working with it. She's got Bryn Green to her left, Fuller wide left. Henkel's going to center it. Green is there. But corralled by the goalkeeper. Right to Claire Henkel. Hennert. Flores. Lily Wheeler's out there, by the way, number 9. The long braid. Far side of the field, Henkel quickly ahead. Roshai. We got some numbers down there. Roshai looking for a center. She does. Nobody there on that weak side, if you will. But Bryn Green! She tracked it down, did Bryn Green, and sent it into the goal. And the Tigers have the lead 1-0. Atta baby. Nobody was there on that far side after the center. And Bryn Green tracked it down. Thank you very much, she says. And had a pretty tight angle, but knocked it in. Good job, Bryn. Tigers lead it 1-0. And you really did have to score in this first half, by the way, with the wind. And now the Tigers have done that, and perhaps a sigh of relief by head coach Andy Stavnum. All right, now we're starting to gel a little bit. The girls and myself as well. I'm kind of getting the hang of this thing. Here we go. There's another handoff. That's what led to our goal moments ago. Bryn Green this time. Still working with the defender, though, comes over to offer a challenge and knocks it forward. Ooh, a little back heel on that far side. I'm not sure how well it came through in the picture. But out of bounds to the Tigers. Great throw-in, by the way. I tell you what, Claire Henkel, Delaney Hennert do a great job with the throw-ins. Salo working into traffic. Salo nudged her defender. Got a little bit of real estate with which to work. Now Wheeler. There's Fuller. Chloe Lee working as well. Flores, lots of room down there. A backwards pass. And Airy boots it ahead. Love it. Oh, no offsides. Might have to watch the replay on that. I thought there the Byron Tigers had numbers. And it went all the way ahead to the goalkeeper and then knocked out of bounds by Henkel, far side of the field. Another substitution coming in. I think this is going to be Addie Fuller in just a minute. They'll play on. Meanwhile, she'll have to wait. Right in front of the Tiger bench on that far side of the pitch. Henkel, she'll knock it away over towards her coach, Stavnum. Now they're going to keep playing. Some subs coming in soon. All right, now we'll get the subs in. I think it's going to be Mary Jones coming in, and I believe Addie Fuller. Fresh into the game, trying to take the throw and maybe trying to move the ball up, and the ref wasn't having it. All right, here we go. Purple jerseyed Reapers of Plano. I don't know much about Plano. I knew that their record was not very good last year. And as a kid growing up, I knew that they made fishing tackle boxes. Does that sound right? Plano tackle boxes. Their claim to fame, if you will, here in Plano. All right, there's the throw in. Taking advantage of that wind towards the corner. Ooh, nicely done there for Byron, because they'll have a nice throw in and another substitute here coming in. I think that's Baxter back into the game for Claire Henkel. Come on, ladies. Let's see if we can get another goal here. Ooh, a nice throw in all the way into the box. and corralled by the goalkeeper in that high vis. She's starting to find herself with her punts. A couple of not so good ones early on, but she's starting to find it. It's opening game, right? I mean, a lot of the times these girls have barely been outside. A lot of their practices have been on the inside. Come on, ladies, you're going to have to clear it. Great job by Lemke. The goalkeeper got a touch on it and knocked it away. A little breakdown defensively for Byron on defense, but Lemke, first time in the net ever, came out aggressively and knocked it away. I love it. All right, but Plano had a little something cooking there. Probably could have, should have scored if it hadn't been for the aggressive work of first-year sophomore goalkeeper Kenzie Lemke down there. That's not glazing, by the way. That's just good soccer. Good soccer. All right, substitutions. Girl's down there tying her shoe, but official says, let's go. All right. Well, something brewing here at midfield. Sends it, probably ill-advised, as Airy down there tries to knock it away, does Airy Irvin. Trigg checking in. The way we're set up, I really can't see my computer and see who's checking in, but Eric Triggestad, the old coach, and by that I don't mean you're old, Trig. I mean you're an old coach, a former coach. How about that? Trig, why don't you come do some color commentary, buddy? Hey, Trig will have that nice new press box in Byron. I mean no insult to the great work crew, but they've kind of chewed up the field. And in case you're wondering, folks, we will not have home games until April. Meanwhile, great send, but nothing doing as, again, the goalkeeper will send it on. Midcourt, Hennard, I think, ran into the official there and cleared away by Flores. Okay. Mrs. Dale gives us a shout in the chat. Carlin, I tell you what, this is fun, and I'm happy to do it. All right, far side of that field. Hennert sends it ahead. Still in play, and then out of bounds. Ooh, a little incidental contact there on that far side. Ella Haynes, the senior, down there. Look at her work. Bryn Green dribbling, hasn't surrendered it yet. Chips it ahead. We got something going. Peyton Baxter. They're all soccer players, by the way, but sometimes I think of them as some of the other sports they play. Bryn Green, the basketball player, ahead to Baxter, the volleyball star. All right, Roshai. Hennert just decides to collaborate. Oh, I tell you what, on a day like today, why not? I remember Lauren Carlson several times last year, or was it 2 years ago, LC? I've been around for a while, and sometimes I forget, but on a windy day, Lauren Carlson had been known to send it like that and into the back of the net, just over. It was closer, though, than one might have thought. Meanwhile, back to work. Center of the pitch. Haynes with the left foot chips it ahead. There goes Roshai. We should have some numbers here. Roshai ahead to Salo. Salo's going to have an open net. Oh, and the keeper came out and made a good play. Oh, it's still loose, though. Centered. And I think eventually they got him for offsides because Salo went down and kind of got in on the action without another defender between her and the goal. Hennert sends it in again. Why not? Not necessarily a sure-handed goalie, and I don't mean that as an insult to the young lady, but on a windy day, I mean, normally you want to catch that ball. Not a ton of pace on Hennert's shot, but all she could do was knock it out of bounds. See if that plays into the hands of the Tigers. They have another set piece. All right. Goal kick. You can see back to Roshai. Right side, Baxter. Baxter had her pocket picked, if you will, and sent down the far side. Early in the season, and I'll be honest, some of the players for the other team don't seem to be in as good a shape as they might be later on. Sent in by Salo with the left foot, excuse me. And the goalkeeper got a hand on it. Punts it into the middle. Hennert lets it bounce. Haynes is there. Ooh, nice play assertively by a forward for the Reapers. Here they go. They were going to try to send one in, but Flores, she had a shin on it to knock it away. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Reaper ball. Far sideline. Great job. I tell you what, the Tigers are playing great. All right, what I meant to say earlier, I'm not sure how well I articulated myself as I was trying to manage a couple of different things as the ball is sent into the goal and Lemke will come out. She's probably wondering, what can I do? There you go. She knows not to go past that line. I'm only teasing, but in all honesty, Kenzie Lemke has never played goalie before. This is her first game ever in the net. But my point here is that the Tigers have a lot of athletes that have played a lot of other sports. Oh, they've got a person. Oh, and it's missed by Fuller down there. They had something brewing on a nice cross. Fuller tried to get a touch on it and sent it just to the left of that bar there. Tigers are in shape is what I'm trying to say, right? They have lots of athletes playing other sports and many of them already in, mid-season form from having just come off of basketball or club volleyball or what have you. All right. Henkel heads it into the center. And Fuller will knock it forward. Look at him work. Fuller, that a babe. Ahead to Green. Green, you got to beat her. Macy Groherring is there and tapped away artfully by the defender. I'm like a dad up here in the calling out. These girls know what they're doing without my help. It was exciting, though. We had a couple of players there and dexterously knocked away. See, I'm trying to work my cool European soccer speech into the mix. All right. Got a train coming through. I don't know if you can hear that. At halftime, we'll see if we can kind of get a little bit of a look at some of the different players that are down there, hopefully trying to keep warm inside the dugout. All right, there they go. Let's keep the pace. Macy Groherring on that far side. She's working and knocked away by the defense, earning a throw-in. Back to Hennert. Hennert's got some space. And sadly knocked out of bounds on that far side. Byron gets it back, though. Hennert. And then knocked forward towards the far sideline, out of bounds. Tiger ball. Didn't like the throw in, said she lifted her back foot. Got to keep those feet on the ground, and it'll be Reaper ball. Subs waiting to come in. He said, nope, that was not good either. I think we're going to have Allie Moranco into the game. I believe it's Sophia McCracken is checked in. All right, ladies. See, we want to score again on this side of the pitch as the wind is blowing pretty briskly in that direction, kind of your 12th man, if you will. We've had some chances. Let's see if we can put one in. Far corner. Marenko just checked in. Aggressive basketball player. Playing similar style here in the soccer. All right, free kick down there to the Reapers. Ooh, that's got to be a foul. Yep, Delaney Hennard. I don't know if you could see it, but she was interfered with from behind. Not enough for a yellow, but enough for a foul. And I bet Hennard is going to send it. Let's see. Boom, she does. All the way to the goal and out of bounds. I see what she's thinking. But a little bit too far to the right. Goal kick. That's Macy Groherring. Groherring tries to get it outside. Oop, then back into the middle. Centered. Hennert's there. Incidental contact. No whistle. As Hennert with the left foot. We've got numbers. And an offside call. We had a little something brewing there, but offsides. I mean, they got linesmen here. Wow, they got this. They got the real deal going on. All right. All right. That is the end of the first half. The Tigers lead the Reapers of Plano a score of 1-0. I'm probably supposed to say 1-0 in in football parlance, right? I did think about this. I'm not going to lie. What would I say if we scored a goal and I decided not to be that guy and, do the whole goal thing? But it was exciting. Bryn Green got the 2025 campaign started with a goal. All right, we're just trying to have a little bit of a look into the dugout there, see if moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas can see some of their players. We don't want to voyeur, as Coach Stabden will want a chance to talk things over, but the Tigers off to a great start here in 2025. All right. Annie Busser checking in, former soccer player. A lot of us were former soccer players. Eric Trigestad. Busser might be able to run up and down. Trig, I don't know if you and I could last a minute out there these days, but all right. So we've heard from Carlin Dale, Eric Trigestad, and former Coach Busser. She's got her hands full coaching her own young team at this stage. All right, so here are some of the players to listen for in the upcoming second half of our broadcast. Many have played key factors already, but junior number 2, Ava Salo, junior number 3, Macy Groherring, Aaliyah Roshai, number 4, also a junior. Claire Henkel, one of our great senior leaders on this team, number 5. Kalia Dale, number 6, a junior. Peyton Baxter, number 7. Another senior, Ella Haynes, number 8. Sophomore Lily Wheeler has had some time on the pitch, number 9. Addie Fuller, number 10. In fact, both Fuller girls, Addie, the senior, and Aubrey, the sophomore, started in today's game. We miss the presence of number 11 junior Brooklyn Kilduff. We look forward to her return as soon as she is healthy enough to do so. Saw her foot in a boot the other day. So, Brooklyn, we wish you success and a speedy recovery, as well as number 12, the sophomore Ashley Wickman, a freshman phenom from a year ago who I believe it was the East High School game. It's a contact sport, folks, and I'm sure Ashley Wickman and her parents won't want to relive this, but Ashley and a player from East collided, and Wickman sadly tore her ACL. You don't wish that on anybody, especially one of the great up-and-coming athletes, Ashley Wickman. But good news, she's here. She's in a brace. She's been doing her physical therapy, and we're told that sometime later in the season, maybe around mid-April, Ashley Wickman should be back, and we're excited to have her back. Meanwhile, Bryn Green, number 13, the junior, had the only goal in that first half. Bryn Green, number 13. Darlena Flores, number 15, the senior. A couple of sophomores, Addie Waldschmidt, number 16. Newcomer to the program, Riley Lynch, number 17, transferred recently from out of state. So making sure her IHSA paperwork is good to go. But we'll be excited to welcome Riley Lynch onto the pitch when she's able to do so. Freshman Chloe Lee got some time in that opening half at forward. Number 18, the freshman Chloe Lee. Sophia McCracken saw time, number 19, the junior, as did number 20, the sophomore Allie Moranco. Number 21, Aubrey Fuller, the sophomore. Delaney Hennert, number 22, the senior, all over the pitch in that first half, doing so much for the Tigers, including throw-ins and sending the ball, in for the offense to work. And, playing just a great midfield. I'm going to look at my notes here as I was talking with Coach Stavenham. Technically, we call Delaney Hennert the holding midfielder, and she's done a great job of that. We employ a sweeper, a stopper, the aforementioned Hennert at holding mid, and then the attacking mid today is Ava Salo, and she's played pretty high up in the line, looking very much like a forward, especially in that first half when we had the wind at our back. All right. Freshman Ella Pfeiffer, number 24. Ariana Irvin, Airy, number 25, the junior. Meredith Jones saw some time on the pitch in that first half, the senior, number 30. And in goal, the sophomore, Kenzie Lemke, who quite frankly made a tremendous play. Honestly, the Reapers of Plano could have and rightfully should have scored if it hadn't been for the aggressive play of Lemke, just reading it. Not a whole lot of time to get comfortable in the net, this being her first game. Anyway, she came out and knocked the ball away. Otherwise, we'd have a tie ball game, folks. Head coach Andy Stavnum, assisted by Brad Carter, Nathan Penrod, and Bree Williams. And it's been a lot of fun here in this first half. I kind of found my stride. Didn't have a whole lot of time. Didn't have a whole lot of time to set up, as again I had to get through the school day and make my way down. All right, checking some messages on my phone. Stand by. Any check-ins? Let's see. Okay. I think I've heard from everybody. Sometimes people will check in. Okay. Remember a year ago, the Tigers, very strong, 18-5-1. Yes, you can tie in high school soccer. Sometimes they'll do the penalty shootout. I don't remember exactly what happened last year. We'll see if we can clean that up for you in a later broadcast. But normally they'll do the penalty shootout. I seem to remember it being a weather-related calling of a game a year ago. In any case, 18-5-1 for the Tigers, 8-1 in Big Northern Conference play, good enough for Big Northern Conference champions. Here's a great stat, though. A very home-heavy schedule a year ago. Majority of their games at home, 14-1 and 1, though, at home for Byron. And those of you who have driven by already know there's a nice new press box that's already been built. I think there's maybe some finishing touches, some of the finishing, the trim and the paint and whatnot, but it'll be a nice facility. And by no fault necessarily of the great guys, men and women, whoever it was that did the work, they've chewed up some of the field, and the field won't really be ready for gameplay until April 1st. So here's the rest of the schedule. The Tigers on the road here 3 times this week. Of course, tonight here in Plano. Tomorrow night, if my information is accurate, they'll be in Harvard. And I believe that game is going to be under the lights, kickoff at 6:15. And then down to Princeton on Thursday. No games slated while the Tigers are on spring break. And that's tough. Having been a coach myself, it's always difficult to try to gauge, who you're going to go into battle with over spring break. And many of the programs now just electing to kind of shut things down over spring break. And looks like Andy Stavnum and his Tiger soccer team will be doing that here as we'll hit spring break starting on Friday. So no games for about 11 days until East. Again, Wickman's probably wincing at the sound of the East E-Rabs. Again, that being the game in which Ashley went down with the torn ACL. And I don't think Wickman's going to be ready to play just yet. I think she's going to have to wait another week or two after that East game. But I'm sure she would absolutely love to get back on the field and play the E-Rabs. But those will be the first 4 games of the season again tonight. The Tigers leading it at halftime 1-0. But then Harvard tomorrow night, 6:15. I will not be there for the live stream. Princeton on Thursday, and then East on the 31st. And then that first home game, I will plan on being there. Again, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise on the 1st of April. The opener, the home opener for the Tigers against Pecatonica. All right, second half action. And the wind still blowing vigorously down there. I'm sure the players don't mind it at all, as it kind of helps cool off a little bit. But the ball certainly affected by the wind. That's why Coach Stavenham would feel a little bit more relaxed had the Tigers been able to punch a couple more in. However, they're in the driver's seat, leading 1-0, underway for the second half. Hennert, controlled though by the Reapers. Just in front of us here, a little bit strong and out of bounds. There goes Fuller, quickly ahead. I'm like broadcasting from like a phone booth, by the way. I have not a whole lot of room with which to work here. So had to kind of re-establish my space on the other side. All right, we're just going to kick it back and forth here a little bit. Into the sun. Sun could be a factor, by the way. One thing the Tigers will have going for them here down on this side of the pitch. Sun will be right in the eyes of the goalkeeper, and it's a new goalkeeper, by the way, it looks like. So they've changed keepers. You'll remember the previous keeper had that high vis, and this one wearing black. All right, knocked ahead by Hennert. Roshai working it. Excuse me, we lost. There we go. Fuller working that far side, or near side rather. Haynes. Great defense by Haynes, the senior. Centers it. And a back pass. Controlled by the Reapers. Chipped ahead by Aubrey Fuller this time. Got a little something brewing here. Bryn Green. And the flag goes. Sound like a English league announcer. The flag goes up. And I guarantee somebody watching, and I mean no insult to my great listeners and viewers who undoubtedly know the game. I won't pander like Cubs announcers, the greatest fans in the world, but I bet you there's one person out there that doesn't understand offsides. And that time the Tigers were off. All right, Reapers with the ball. Ooh, a little slide tackle down there, and Hennert. Ooh, a nice display of sportsmanship there. Aggressively towards the ball and knocked the Reaper down, but extended her hand in a token of goodwill. All right, working down there, far side. Rejected away by the defender. The Tigers, they've got the aggressiveness right now. Salo working just below us. Salo backwards pass. Flores. Flores sends it ahead. Ooh, nice little touch there by the defender for the Reapers. But there goes Fuller to work far side and knocked out of bounds by the defense. Tell you what, that defender's pretty strong down there. Does a great job as she sends it forward. But there's Flores, very high line for the Tigers. Just a couple of defenders back in Henkel and Ariana Irvin to lock things down. And then some more support in Ella Haynes and There at bottom of our screen is Addie Fuller going to work as well. And with these great athletes the Byron Tigers have, they can move up and down the pitch quite easily. Out of bounds, Reapers ball. Great job, Salo. Head to Green, or looking for Green, but then knocked out of bounds. Henkel ahead. Ooh, there goes Roshai, but out of bounds. Hey, fun fact, we're broadcasting using a hotspot. Okay, so we're out here in Plano, about an hour and 15 minutes away from Byron. No Ethernet, so we're using a hotspot. And all I can see is the screen here on my cam. And every now and then I can look to my right and kind of watch the screen on my computer. And it looks like a good looking picture, but we're only as good as the internet, right? So I'm sincerely hoping that this hotspot that the school has given us to use is up to the task. We haven't had any cutouts or stuttering, knock on wood, right? And if we have, again, with our budget of zero, it would be great to continue to upgrade. We've got some ideas how we can do that, but you got to start somewhere, right? In fact, I was kind of thinking to myself, I had a lot of time to think, hour and 15-minute or so drive. And I was thinking to myself, if you waited until everything was perfect to do something, you'd never get started, right? So, anybody that was wondering about the camera quality or, hey, we're doing our best. And again, maybe that's my takeaway today is if you had to wait till everything was perfect, you'd never get started. But here we are, first ever live stream of an away game in the history of this platform. All right, Bryn Green going to work. Green sends it towards the goal and off the defender and out of bounds should be a corner kick. And you can see the wind blowing pretty briskly. All right. Delaney, let's see what you got. Hennert's going to send it in. And just out of bounds. I love the idea there as she has aggressively sent it towards the goal several times today. And you got to believe that one of them is going to find its way in or find itself to the spike of one of her teammates. She's still working down there as Hennard as she stole it away but knocked out of bounds. Nicely done, Ari Irvin. And out of bounds here. Ahead, Bryn Green. And I tell you what, that defender down there, she's been my favorite player for the Reapers so far today. She's really outstanding. Bryn Green centers it. It's going to be an own goal. Bryn Green is going to be credited with her second goal of the game, but technically an own goal as it caromed off of a defender and into the net. And I think we found the scoreboard. There it is, 2-0 Tigers, the 32-minute mark of the second period. Bryn Green, her second goal of the campaign. Knocked away by Fuller. All right, Reapers ahead. There's Salo offering some support. Ooh. Reapers got a little something going. Ooh, tipped into the center of the pitch, but then knocked away. I believe that's Grow Herring. And ahead to Roshai. Roshai, let's see if she can get there. She's got an open goal if she wants it. Dribbles left and in. Somebody fire this camera operator. I don't know if I. Oh boy, Roshai, fantastic job. So I've got a tripod here, and in this little space with which to work, I have to kind of go from left to right, and I couldn't quite get back. I was going to say, where's Roshai? You're famous. And she'll get a round of applause by her teammates down there. All right, 3-0 Byron. Now they're starting to feel it. Jeremy Grow-Herring checking in, watching and listening. Yeah, Trig, I hear you, boss. You don't think I hadn't already thought of that, my man? But it was fun to think about, right? All right, Tigers 3, Reapers 0. Tigers still working. Ooh. Stabbed him. Some good ball work down in that far side of the pitch down there. He still got it. All right, should be another Tiger throw. Henkel, and that great athlete that I've been enjoying watching, sends it away. Nothing there, though, for the Reapers. And an offside call. Baxter didn't hear it down on that down there. She continued to play on, but a whistle. Folks, it's very windy. I mean, there's the flag, and he blew his whistle to the linesman, and Baxter on that far side of the field. Not surprised that she didn't hear it. Meanwhile, back to work. All right, got a little convoy. Interfered with, though. But there goes Chloe Lee, I think it is. The freshman getting some time out there. Henkel with the throw and knocked out of bounds. Backwards throw. Chalk it up to great defense by the Tigers, but offensively, we're not necessarily surprised that the Reapers have struggled, as they do send one in right on cue, right? As Lemke able to corral it. Lemke comes out, just taking some time. Heard Coach Stabnum yelling down there and kind of wasn't sure what to do, but she sent it down towards that far side. Anyway, Lemke's done great. So defensively, the Tigers look strong, but this Reapers team a year ago didn't manage many goals. In fact, Plano a year ago, of course, different personnel, we understand that, but only 35 goals scored on the season, averaging less than a goal per game. I'm sorry, maybe just over a goal per game if you do the math, but 135 goals against. So a difference of about 100. They're working down there, though. Ball caroms off a Tiger defender and then harmlessly out of bounds, but not by much. It'll be a goal kick. Ariana should do the honors. Into the center of the field. Goes Grow-Herring, looking down there for Baxter. All right, the Reapers starting to feel it a little bit, starting to jive a little bit on offense. My question is, what's a Reaper? I'm assuming that down here, and this is God's country, right? Agriculture, USA. It probably has something to do with reaping the fields, right? The wheat. That'd be cool, though, if their mascot was like the Grim Reaper. But to be honest, this entire time I've been thinking about a pepper. I believe there's one of the hottest peppers known to humankind is the Carolina Reaper. But we'll tell you what, Hennard and that good-looking player for Plano kind of caroming off one another. Again, reminding us it is indeed a contact sport. Is Grow-Herring with the one-touch sends it away. Ooh, a nice head ball down there. I believe that was Haynes. Lily Wheeler working down there, left of your screen. And Darlena Flores just wants to send it away. There goes Chloe Lee, that babe, the freshman, working on it. And then chipped ahead. Flores tried the head ball, caromed over her head, and then saved away by Ariana Irvin. It's kind of like basketball. Some of these girls plays for Coach Eric Yearley, and he likes to run it. He likes to keep things moving, and Coach Stavidham down there trying to coax his players to do the same offensively. Attack is the idea. There's a throw in at midfield. Delaney, very physical player. Hennert knocks it forward. Nobody there. Claire Henkel that time got a foot on it. All right, couple of subs. Lee out. I think it's McCracken and Moronco in for the Tigers. Yep, sorry about that. Those weren't my fingers there. As we're probably getting some wind noise. We're trying to get you some sounds of the game, the girls talking to each other down there. But it is quite windy. Left foot into Lemke, and a fine play down there by the sophomore keeper. Kept her eye on it nicely, and a little uncertainty about where to boot it, but tries the far side. All right, very high line here for the Reapers, and why not? They trail 3-0. As Hennard is going to see if she can expose that high line, and a defender back to clear it. Flores, the center of the pitch, and then there goes Henkel. Look at her work. The senior trying to track it down, and we'll throw it in. All right, substitution. Macy Grow-Herring out. Salo back in for the Tigers. Salo gets to work right away, sends it around the official. Wheeler ahead, looking for Moranko, not there. Reaper's ball. Fuller, nice job of closing out, if you will. She knows how to do that in basketball and does it here on the soccer pitch. There's McCracken. Lily Wheeler, the sophomore. Time on the side of the Tigers. Don't need another goal. Of course, it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot better if you did. Trigger said that kind of stuff, right? Be a lot cooler if you did. Anyway, the Tigers up 3-0. Can you get an FCC violation on a YouTube stream? Ah. All right. Little chip shot there into the vicinity of the goal, but Lemke corrals it. She'll punt it down that far side. A couple of subs getting ready to check in for the Tigers. Is that Karam's out of bounds? A couple of players ready to come back in for Byron. Meanwhile, Claire Henkel ahead. Fuller. And they'll say out of bounds. As that line judge down there holds up the flag. All right, a couple of subs waiting still to come back in just a moment. Stavnum calling out commands to his players. They'll send one in, knocked away. Ariana Irvin down there knew how to send it away, and here comes a couple of subs. Kind of shielding their eyes is Addie Fuller, Bryn Green, and Aaliyah Roshai. Roshai with a goal. Bryn Green with 2 for the Tigers. Ooh, Claire Henkel send it left. Reaper player dribbling in and out of bounds. For a Tiger goal kick. Haynes ahead, Roshai. Offensively, see if the Tigers can get a little something going. Roshai, she's working. Into the corner. Ooh, a courageous pass stolen away. Bryn Green had it. Back to Roshai. She'll center it. And Salo into the sun. And it looked like the goalkeeper just kind of held her hands up. Might have lost it for a minute, but Salo, a valiant attempt and a strong save by the Reaper goalkeeper. Meanwhile, numbers for Byron and knocked out of bounds. Hearing footsteps. Number 23, the defensive player, knocked it away. Nice looking throw. Hennert. And then cleared by the Reapers. Hmm. I'll tell you what, the Reaper player earned the foul call, and they'll have a free kick. Lemke, be ready. I think Stabner wants him to set up a little bit of a wall. Yep. He's trying to coax him into building a wall, but not getting the memo. Here comes Salo. She'll offer a little bit of support there. Salo, they're going to move her back. So it's Salo and Hennert, kind of a little bit of a wall there. Here comes the kick. It's up. Knocked away by Lemke. Job by the sophomore keeper. And then down the far sideline go the Tigers. Bryn Green, no numbers there, but she'll chip one ahead to Roshai and let Roshai run. Roshai, I think, was interfered from behind. No call. And the ball will be knocked away and out of bounds by the defense. All right. Substitution, Salo out. Grow Herring back in. And Hennert will do the honors down there on that far side of the field. Sends it all the way in, does Hennert. And out of bounds goal kick. 15 minutes remaining in this game. Tigers in the lead, 3-0. Let's see if they can get another one. There goes Roshai. Darlena Flores sends it up ahead. In pursuit was Green, and then out of bounds on that far side. Aubrey Fuller down there. Macy Grow Herring, basketball teammates. Sent into the middle for Addie Fuller. And then knocked away by the defense of the Reapers. Hennert's going to send it in. Somebody make a move. Goalkeeper comes out. In pursuit is Fuller. And then out of bounds just below us, there's Haynes. All right, Fuller will do the honors. Substitution, though, as Fuller will check out. All right, we're working. We're moving. There's Addie Fuller. Saves it. Nicely done. Fuller to Green. A little bit of a heavy touch off of her shin guard and sails one wide. Meanwhile, I was trying to get eyes on the newcomer to the Tigers lineup, as looks like Wheeler will come back in for Addie Fuller. Wheeler working. Hi, babe. Wheels. Wheels ahead to Green. A little bit strong. Still caroming around down there as Henkel now playing up and forward. Ooh, had a little something going on there, did the Tigers. Still in it. Wide left to Grow. and then sailing out of bounds. That's Ella Pfeiffer, the freshman. I finally got a number as we've got another freshman in the lineup and more substitutions. Mary Jones back in. Roshai and Green will come out, likely for the last time tonight. Nice job, ladies. Our 2 goal scorers in this opening game of the 25 campaign. God, it's turned out to be a lovely day. A little windy, and it'll be a fun bus ride home for the Tigers if they can hold on to this 3-0 lead. Henkel sent it forward. Baxter in as the keeper got hands on it. Reaper's starting to run out of time. 10:45 left in the game. At midfield, they've got this young lady playing back on defense, and perhaps that's where she wants to play. I'm going to tell you, she is the most skilled player on the pitch for the Reapers. You might want to see her play up at forward at some point. Last year, they struggled to score, did Plano. 35 goals on the entire season. Defense is huge, of course, but hey, and I'm just a guy watching the game. Nobody asked me, right? But she's been my player of the game for the host Reapers of Plano. All right, Grow-Herring will give way back to Salo. Professional soccer, you only get so many subs. High school level, it's kind of open subbing, right? You can just kind of come right in and out. Not like hockey. It's not like a line change, but you got to wait for the correct moment, of course. But Coach Stavenham, I think, is trying to get as many people into this first varsity contest as possible. Down to 9 minutes remaining. Wheeler working. There's Haynes. Hennert. Okay, a little something brewing here for the Reapers. Into their side of the field. Ooh, a nice center. Pfeiffer, the freshman, coming on defensively to knock it out of bounds. She does. Out of bounds. I didn't hear a whistle, and I don't think the players did either. I'm not sure he blew it right away, as he did hold up the flag. Throw in Tigers. Ooh, that's going to be it's me in somebody's backyard down there. Hennert wants, or excuse me, Henkel wants to get things moving. He wants that one more goal for the Tigers. Something is brewing here for Byron. They've got numbers ahead. Ooh, nice head ball there by Salo. Salo down the far side. Sends it into the sun. And looking up and commandeering it is the Reaper goalkeeper. Back heel from Haynes. Ooh, Darlena got away with one there. She may disagree, but a fan down below me thought so. That's okay. It's a physical game, contact sport. Hey, if you like what we're doing, subscribe. And I'm not, pandering for subscribers, but we'd love to continue to grow the platform. Not necessarily in hopes of monetizing it. Although I will say, and that this is also not pandering for charitable giving here, but we do want to upgrade our technology. I mean, we've only just begun. We've done a couple of track meets. It's our first ever away game. I hope the hotspot has been equal to the task. All right, Addie Waldschmidt in there, number 14 for Byron. Some of these girls will play in a second game at the conclusion of this one, which I will sadly not be live streaming. But some of the players that didn't make their way into this varsity contest, they'll get a chance to do their thing in the JV game. Lemke, agile, moves to her right and corrals the ball. .440 left. Again, Hennert contacting a player down there, but extends an arm in goodwill to help her up. And then back to work. Hey, it's part of the game. Love it. Love the aggressiveness of the Tigers today. Speaking of, I was looking elsewhere. The official has signaled for a free kick for the Reapers. All right, running out of time. It's a little bit of time left with which to work for the host Reapers of Plano. Left side. Ooh, knocked away by Haynes. Some more excellent camera work there by our camera operator, who will remain nameless. It's me, all right? I'm doing my best. All right, here we go. Fuller. Waldschmidt down there. There's Hennert. Head ball and out of bounds. So the Tigers now with a couple of minutes left with which to work. Let's see if they can't get one more as they've gone ahead 3-0. Nice job, Waldschmidt. Caromed back with just under 3 minutes left now. Fuller ahead. There's Waldschmidt. Addie, the sophomore, out of bounds. Right at the feet of Fuller. Hennert still working hard down there. Ball still in play. Everybody thought it was going to carry him out of bounds. It did not. Delaney Hennert. Two minutes and 15 seconds left now in the game. Hennert ahead. She's working. whistle and a push and a free kick coming up now for the Reapers. Hey, thanks for the hospitality today, allowing us to do this. Yeah, amen. 1:45 left. Fuller making a play. Ooh, a little one-on-one action down there. That's exciting. And ahead, saved by Ariana Irvin. She's going to dribble a little bit. And ahead, ball carrying backwards. Last-ditch efforts for either team. Tigers will come out of Plano victorious to begin the 2025 campaign with a dub here in Plano. 65 seconds left. Wheeler sends it ahead. Hear the girls talking to each other. Ariana letting her teammate Ella Haynes know that she had the angle. .41 seconds left. And a quick sub. I think that's Chloe Lee is going to come back in, and Hennert, her night is over. Didn't like the throw, and the Reapers will have it here in the final moments of this one. Out of bounds to Plano. Final moments of the ball game. And that's it. It was a great game. Congratulations to Plano, who played valiantly on their home field. But at the end of the night, it's Tigers. The Byron Tigers with the victory. A final score of 3-0. One goal in the opening half by Bryn Green. And despite the wind, it was all Byron in the second half. Another Bryn Green goal, who sent one off of a defender and into the back of the net. And then Aaliyah Roshai to make it 3-0. As the Tigers come through, shake hands. They'll shake hands with the officials, and congratulations, Byron Tigers, getting your campaign started with a victory. I won't be doing the game, folks. I'd like to, but I'm going to be hitting the road. Oh, I love it. Look at the girls are going to wave to their fans. Those are our goal scorers today. 2 for Bryn, 1 for Aaliyah Roshai. Claire Hankel, the senior, did a great job. There's Macy Grow-Herring coming into your picture. Andy Stavnum, Coach Carter, Coach Williams, Coach Penrod. Proud of you guys. Girls did well to begin the campaign with the victory. 3-0 over the Reapers of Plano. I will not be doing these games, but if you are a fan, I'll have you know that the Tigers are on the road twice more this week. A night game in Harvard on Tuesday, kickoff at 6:15, down to Princeton on the 20th, and then off for spring break. And then back to work against the Erabs of East, also on the road on the 31st. And then stay tuned for opening night in Byron. That would be April 1st, a home game against Pacatonica. Again, the final from Plano, 3-0. Tigers open the campaign with the win. For Byron Tigers Live, this is Evan Burris signing off. Again, the final, Byron 3, Plano 0. Good night, everybody.